You're my wife now. Act like it's starting today. Look, I know that line sounds harsh. I know it sounds like a demand, but if you're really listening, you'll hear the truth behind it. It's not about control. It's not about ego. It's about commitment. About reminding you and myself that this isn't a game anymore. This is real. You're my wife now. Not just in name, not just on some piece of paper, but in the way your presence lives in everything I do. So when I say act like it's starting today, I'm not asking you to change who you are. I'm asking you to lean in all the way. No more halfway love. No more holding back. Because I see how you still carry some fear in your eyes. Like you're waiting for me to change my mind. Like you're afraid this is temporary. That one wrong step and I'll stop choosing you. But that's not who I am. I chose you with my eyes open. I chose you knowing your past, your flaws, your fire, your softness. I chose you even on the days when you couldn't see your own worth. I chose you when you doubted yourself. And I'll keep choosing you even when life gets heavy. So yes, you're my wife now. And that means I don't want you shrinking. I don't want you second guessing where you stand in my life. I want you to walk like you belong next to me. Talk like your words carry weight in my world, because they do. Love me boldly, without waiting for permission. You don't have to impress me. You already won me. But starting today, I want you to carry that love like it's a crown, not a question. You know what I've noticed? You still hold back sometimes. Still look at me like you're waiting for the moment. I stopped choosing you like you think you've got something to prove or something to protect. But baby, you don't. You're not in this alone anymore. This isn't dating. This isn't see where it goes. This is forever. So when I said, you're my wife now, act like it, what I meant was this: own it, own your place in my life, own your place in my space, own your place in my decisions, my plans, my every single day. You're not some side character in my story. You're half of it. And I don't just want you close. I want you standing right beside me, fully, completely, confidently. No more walking on eggshells. No more second guessing if you're allowed to ask for more, to speak up, to challenge me, to dream out loud in this space we've built together. This is your home. Your voice matters here. Your feelings matter here. When I say wife, I don't mean someone who stays quiet and looks pretty. I mean someone who builds with me. Someone who tells me the truth, even when it's hard. Someone who doesn't disappear when things get rough, but digs deeper and stays. I want you to feel that, because being my wife doesn't mean becoming small. It means becoming seen. And yeah, there will be days when we don't get it right. Days when we argue, days when life pulls us in every direction, but together. But even in those moments, you're still the one I come home to. The one I listen for in the noise, the one whose hand I'm still reaching for at the end of it all. So starting today, I want you to stop acting like you're just visiting this love. Stop tiptoeing around your worth. Stop hiding behind "I'm okay." When you're not, speak, feel. Be bold in this love, because you're not just the woman I'm with. You're the woman I vowed to grow with, to fight for, to show up for, even when I don't have the answers. And that goes both ways. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be here, fully, openly, like someone who knows this love wasn't handed to us. It was chosen, built, fought for. So, yes, baby, you're my wife now. And starting today, I need you to act like it. Not because I'm demanding something from you, but because I know exactly what you're worth, and I refuse to let you keep forgetting it. You want to know why I said it that way? Why I used the words act like it, starting today? Because I see it in you. I see how you love hard but hold back just a little bit, like you're afraid of being too much. Like deep down, you think I'll get tired, or walk away, or change. But listen to me, that's not going to happen. You're my wife now. This isn't a test run. This isn't a let's see how long it lasts. This is real. This is the part where we stop pretending we're temporary and finally walk like we belong to each other, fully. And I get it. You've been through stuff. You've been loved halfway. You've been made to feel like you had to earn love that should have been given freely. People walked away when you needed them most. They only loved the version of you that stayed quiet, easy, soft around the edges. But I didn't fall for the watered down version of you. I fell for the fire, the flaws, the real. So when I tell you to act like my wife, I don't mean to follow a script. I mean step into your role, with pride, with power, with peace. This is your seat at the table. This is your voice in every decision. This is your space beside me, not behind, not below, not beneath. And if there are still doubts crawling in the corners of your mind, if there's still a part of you wondering if you're allowed to speak louder, to feel deeper, to show up messier, you are. Being my wife doesn't mean you need to hide the hard parts. It means you bring them here. It means we work through it, not separately, but side by side. You're not a guest in this life. You're the other half of the reason I even want to do life. So, when you wake up tomorrow, and every day after that, walk like a woman who is claimed, not in possession, but in promise. You wear my love now, like armor. You carry my name, not like a burden, but like a banner that says, I'm chosen, I'm safe, I'm not going anywhere. No more waiting to be sure. No more shrinking when the world feels loud. Starting today, I want you to move like this. Love is yours, because it is. You know what's crazy? How easily people talk about love, but how rarely they stay when love gets uncomfortable. They're all in when it's soft, when the skies are clear, when the pictures are cute and the conversations are light. But the moment love starts asking for patience, for truth, for real effort, most people check out. But not us, not you. Because here you are, still standing, still trying, still giving, even when I've been difficult. Even when I didn't say the right thing. Even when I made you question if I see you the way I should. That's why I said it. That's why I meant every word of, you're my wife now. Act like it's starting today. Not because you've done something wrong, but because I need you to stop playing small in your own story. You've been so used to surviving, to overthinking your worth, to loving carefully so you don't get hurt. But baby, you're not surviving anymore. You're home. You don't have to guard your heart with me. You don't have to keep checking if the door is still open. It is wide, always. You're not a visitor here. You're the builder of this space with me. This isn't a relationship you're trying to keep. This is a marriage you own. So stop apologizing for having feelings. Stop waiting for me to read your mind. Stop shrinking your voice just to keep the peace. I want the real you. The one who gets mad when things matter. The one who loves deep even after being hurt. The one who fights not against me but with me, for us. Because if I'm out in this world fighting battles, I need to know that the person I come home to isn't just someone who loves me when I'm easy, but someone who stands with me when I'm not. You're my wife now. That means I won't always be perfect. There'll be hard conversations, long nights, days where nothing feels easy. But I'll still be here, still reaching for your hand, still choosing you again and again, even when it's hard. And I need you to do the same, not by force, not by fear, but because you know what we have is real and rare and worth everything it takes to protect. So, starting today, I want you to stop waiting for permission to act like you belong in this love. You do. There's something I need to say, something I should have said earlier. You don't have to be perfect to be loved here. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to wear a brave face every day or hold in tears just to look strong in front of me. That's not what being my wife means. That's not what this was ever about. Being my wife means you have a place to land. It means when the world gets loud, you get to be quiet here. It means when life is unfair to you out there, you come home to a space where you're always understood, even when you can't find the words. But for that to happen, for real deep love to grow, you have to show up fully, not just as the one who supports, not just as the one who smiles through it, but as the woman who knows she belongs at the center of this love, not just orbiting around it. And that's what I meant when I said, act like it, starting today. Because I see the way you keep trying to hold everything together. You think you have to stay composed. Think clearly, carry your pain alone so no one worries. But love, real love, it isn't about hiding your mess. It's about sharing it, letting me in. Not just when things are beautiful, but when they're falling apart. When your voice shakes. When your chest is tight and you don't know why. When you're doubting yourself and need to be reminded you're more than enough. You don't need to act strong all the time. You just need to act real. That's the version of you I fell in love with. That's the woman I promised my loyalty to. The one who speaks with fire when something's wrong, but cries when she's overwhelmed and doesn't hide either one. The one who doubts herself sometimes, but still keeps going, even when her heart is tired. You think being a wife means always knowing what to do, but it doesn't. It means learning, growing, and letting me grow with you. I don't need you to hold this whole relationship on your shoulders. I need you to lean on me too, to call me out when I'm wrong, to ask for help when it's heavy, to take up space emotionally, mentally, fully. In this partnership, this isn't just about roles. This isn't about who cooks, who leads, who makes the decisions. This is about us building something that can survive the world. Something that doesn't break when we're tired, but bends and bends and bends, and still holds firm because both of us are in it, together. So when I said, you're my wife now, act like it, I wasn't asking for some traditional idea of obedience. I was asking for presence, for you to trust that this love is strong enough to carry all of you, not just the parts you think are easy to love. I want the version of you that's bold and broken and brave all at once. The version that feels deeply, that dreams big, that questions things, that needs to be held sometimes, not because she's weak, but because she finally knows she doesn't have to do everything alone. You're my wife now, and starting today, I need you to stop performing strength and start living in it, even when that means being soft, raw, and unfiltered.